Now let us refer the question number 15. It is given that f of x1 minus f of x2 is equal to f of x1 minus x2 by 1 minus x1 x2 for x1 x2 belongs to minus 1 and 1. Then the function it is, what is the function? For which among the four choice, let us take the first option. Let us consider f of x is equal to log of 1 minus x by 1 plus x. Take this value, let us substitute in the left hand side as well as let us see in the right hand side. So your option left hand side is f of x1 minus f of x2, for which log of, if I substitute x as x1, 1 minus x1 by 1 plus x1 minus log of, replace x by x2, 1 minus x2 by 1 plus x2. We know the logarithm log a minus log b is log of a by b. So you can write 1 minus x1 by 1 plus x1 by this quantity it has to be turned out, whereas you can invert this 1 plus x2 by 1 minus x2. So when I multiply both the numerator as well as the denominator to the denominator, we can write log of, suppose say 1 into 1 1, then plus x2 minus x1 minus x1 x2. In the denominator we will have 1 minus x2 plus x1, then minus of x1 x2. Let us call this result as 1. The same thing now we consider for the second function. Now let us take the right hand side, f of x1 minus x2 by 1 minus x1 x2. If we take the same function, logarithmic function, that is log of, you can write 1 minus, instead of x replace all these numbers, x1 minus x2 by 1 minus x1 x2 whole divided by 1 plus the quantity x1 minus x2 divided by 1 minus x1 x2. On simplifying this, log of will get, multiplying this 1 minus x1 x2 will get minus x1 minus of minus plus x2 whole divided by the denominator. If I take 1 minus x1 x2, if I write this is plus x1 minus x2, I have not written the denominator quantity 1 minus x1 x2, being both will be cancelled. Let us take these two. When referring 1 and 2, they are going to be similar, 1 plus x2 minus x1. So 1 plus x2 minus x1 minus x1 x2. Here if we consider in the denominator 1 minus x2, so it is 1 minus x2 plus x1, it is there minus x1 x2. So among the four choices, if you see the first choice, that is going to be satisfy the thing, the rest of the choice do not satisfy. So the option is, answer is 1.